Good evening, everybody. It's David Schlotthauer, your weather host here, tracking severe weather live right now as we continue to monitor this significant tornado outbreak. I mean, this is one of the bigger days of December that has taken place, unfortunately, across southeastern Texas. Eastern Texas into central southern Louisiana is what we expected. Now moving into Mississippi. I do want to apologize that I was not able to stream this whole event, and that is because you can blame work. My other job had to get interrupted, and I could not call off for the day. There was no coverage with me today at all, so therefore could not call in sick, because it would have been a huge problem if I did. So that is why I was not able to stream at all until now. But at least we're here. We're here covering this because there is still a PDS tornado watch out through the next couple of hours. In fact, the next 2.5 hours, we could still have, in theory, a strong tornado or two. We have one of those systems taking place now over Mendenhall. This is in Mississippi, Braxton, Mississippi, and Puckett, Mississippi. There is a very intense supercell here. This is a couplet on Doppler radar that, let's see who this is. That's Brad Arnold that is out on this system. There's a donut-shaped system on this right now. This is pretty incredible. This is in Panola, headed towards near Merritt, actually headed right for Merritt. There is some decent rotation on this. This has the more looks of a supercell that is capable of producing perhaps a strong tornado soon. We've had cyclic tornadoes today. We have had already 15 plus tornado reports today, with one tornado that lifted a car up and threw it, with one or with multiple injuries with that one potentially. We also had one in Franklin, Texas that caused injuries as well. Even so, I was not here to track the severe weather event. I'm telling you, I was on my phone looking at radar images and stuff, and I was like, man, I wish I was there. I wish I was there tracking this for you all. I'm glad I'm here. And it's just been a very, very tough go over the last over the last week, and now this coming week, they're just giving me more hours, it seems like. I want this to become my full-time job, but it's really hard when the business here on this channel is not doing quite as well as what we would like it to. Hopefully that will come back for hurricane season. My whole goal, 2025 resolution here, is that I turn this into my full-time job. Actually, I do. That means, streaming a lot more often, uploading every day. Actually, I mean, I'm not kidding when I say that. Literally uploading every single day, have a more consistent schedule, and it not fluctuating back and forth, you know. But yeah, we do have a storm that we are watching right now. Somewhat of a donut on that system right now. We have more rotation. It looks like over here in Westville, in Panola, in Mississippi, is where we have some of these. Let's see here. Some of these velocities that are moving toward the radar. So we have flow doing this, and then on the back side we have lesser flow, not as strong, with winds coming away from the radar, but still this different coloration here indicates that we do have some strong rotation over Westville, and we could saw a multi-vortex. Some of these little vortexes can come down and whip up some debris into the air. Not necessarily a tornado on the ground here, but doesn't surprise me if we get periodic damage, branches falling off, being ripped out, also roofs coming off, blowing off of buildings, some property damage with that system. Okay, Westville needs to be watching this if you are in the Mississippi area. That's going to be the big area that we're watching. Not only that, we have live cameras out on this system too, because yes, there are tornado warnings out ahead of this, warranted for 60, 80 mile an hour wind gusts. We have a camera right now in Hinds County, Mississippi. This is the emergency management system that we have, and this is looking pretty much, this is looking south, I believe. Yeah, it looks like it's looking south, maybe a little bit east of due south. And what we're looking at here is the storms approaching eventually. Right now it's just cloudy, but wow, this is going to look a whole lot different as we move over the next, say, 30 minutes or so. And down here to the south, let's see if we have another camera. Do we? We have another camera down here, do we? Yeah, so this is the one, I think. Yeah, this is the one that we were looking at. Well, I was looking at before it approached. A lot of lightning on this one, and traffic, yeah, it's moving pretty good there. Watch your speeds when you encounter these bouts of heavier rainfall. And yes, there is some lightning. You got some flashes there on your screen that you just recently saw. So yeah, lightning and thunder, and there's another one. And there's another one. So yeah, some activity there, some thunderstorms going on. Actually, you know what? Interesting enough, temperatures were at 75 degrees. How about this? Finishing off at 63 degrees so far, and the temperatures are going to fall. And speaking of fall, they're going to really be falling by the first, well, kind of into the second week of January. There's a big weather pattern change we might be talking about here, depending on how things go here, but really dedicating this as a severe weather live stream. And we have had already, and we just got another tornado watch. This is not a PDS tornado watch, but it is a tornado watch that just got issued right now. As of 6 minutes ago, this is in effect for another 7 hours. So yes, the tornadoes will continue all through the night. Into, say, southern Alabama and southern Mississippi. This is not just a done deal. This is going to be a thing throughout the overnight hours, because we do have a warm front that's kind of draping across the area, helping to advect that moisture in. But in the short term, we are watching this storm right now, and we're watching for more storms in Hinds County on the emergency management system here in Mississippi. Cloudy now, but wow, that is going to be changing in a hurry. The wind is blowing out there. You can see the American flag whipping nicely there. Getting a good workout, with some of the southeasterly and southerly winds moving in. So, and we have another camera down here. This is in Mississippi as well. Mississippi Emergency Management System as well. Cloudy skies there, and this is looking right towards that line of storms. You might see some lightning down here on the bottom of your screen. This is moving toward the screen right now, and this is a night vision camera. Yeah, you can see, there was another flash. So, yeah, 67 degrees there. Unbelievable. We're seeing a severe weather outbreak in the midst here of December. Yeah, another one of those December 10th-ish outbreaks. Except this is a really late one in the year. I mean, we're talking typically the more unfavorable time of the year because, well, the jet stream's really far south. The air is usually typically much colder across much of the Midwest. So we don't typically see these severe weather events. But in this case, pattern's different. It's not acting normal. We're seeing above average temperatures across much of the U.S., this is leading to unusual severe weather activity happening in Mississippi right now. So, yeah, right now we have a storm in Delu right now that is showing some signs of some organization in Puckett, this is Puckett, Mississippi. Yeah, I'm going to get hit here with some heavier rainfall and maybe some small hail as that moves through. But yeah, there is definitely a wind increase right in here. By the way, our labels are not working today. I'm just letting you all know that. They are not activated for this live stream just because we got to this late. I wish I was here like at about, say, 9 in the morning when we would be streaming this. But unfortunately, because of work, that's why. So, yes, our total warning count system is down for today. So we're not going to be using it in this live stream. But instead, we'll be using Radar Omega and other tools. Actually, you know what? What's even more awesome? I actually got, oh man, believe me, I got GR2 and Analyst. I got to look on my Gmail because I do have it, and there are some cool features that were added to the program. But let me see here if I can get in. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out later on. Promise by springtime it will be working. It will be working in full swing. Hey, Reality Wins, how are you doing? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are having a great, awesome 28th of December, unless you're in the deep south. Not so great for a lot of you. With a car that was flown, yes, a car went airborne, and injuries resulted from that. Also, a lot of damage down here. In fact, we can look at all the tornado warnings. How about that? Or tornado reports really quickly. So you can see, if we scroll through this, this is from earliest. So this is in Burgard, Louisiana. Burgard Parish, Louisiana. This was, this was like at about 6:20 in the morning, my time. Yeah, I was 10 minutes away from starting work, and we had a video of a weak tornado filmed on the George Kendall Road. Yeah, unbelievable there. We also, in Waller County, Texas, at literally 2 hours in 20 minutes later, we had a tornado that did cause damage in a mobile home park near Noel Lane. Really interesting, and a coincidence. Noel, well, we just got done with the word Noel for Christmas. Yeah, cars flipped over. So hopefully no one was in those cars at all. I don't think there was, because they would have said possible injuries here. But yeah, cars were flipped over, and they are now damaged, and they are more likely well totaled at this time. In Chillicothe, Chillicothe County, in Arkansas, literally 3 minutes later, 1.25-inch hail has been reported via fire department on Slack, with pictures of a handful of that hail being reported. That was just a hail report, so it was filtered, I guess. They kind of maybe, because this is a part of a tornado report, and then slightly later than that, sighted near the intersection of Highway 290 and Spring Cypress Road, tornado. But this is the big one right here, okay? 1808, so that is 8:55. It's 8:55 my time, so this was 10:08 my time. Montgomery County, Texas. Yeah, this was a big one. This was a really nasty, nutty tornado. Mobile homes heavily damaged or destroyed. Brick homes with roof completely removed. So, yeah, bricks. Cinder bricks, cinder wall as well, destroyed. East Montgomery Fire Department hit as well. So a fire department destroyed with bay doors blown in and metal roof peeled off. So that goes to show you that just how intense that tornado was. And then if we go down here, I'm just going to kind of breeze through some of these. This one really stands out right here. This is in Franklin, Mississippi. I've had people DM me on Discord about this one in particular. Citizen trapped in a house on Barrington Circle, 1 injury reported. So that one was pretty destructive, unfortunately, and cost possibly a life, or maybe, or certainly an injury here. and more people trapped because of the tornadoes as well. In Franklin, Mississippi, this is really kind of the big area that got hit. Lady trapped in her house from debris from a tornado that moved through, enough damage to block Highway 84 and surrounding roads and streets. So people trapped, people injured, maybe fatalities out of this tornado. It can't be surprising. And then Chambers County, Texas, a car. Now this really kind of got to me when I heard a car was thrown by a tornado, not drifted, not flipped, thrown by a tornado near Smith Point. Possible injuries, and there's that word right there, possible injuries on that one. Multiple homes destroyed, just lot of damage, lot going on with this. And of course, lots of hail reports, a few hail reports, a good handful of those, and then wind reports too. 10 injuries. This one was pretty big here. 10 injuries from this wind report in Montgomery, Texas. Probably, I'm assuming, if it was related to, let's see, probably this one. Probably part of a tornado, but was then redeemed wind damage. State of Texas, initial assessments indicate that 80 homes with major or destroyed damage, with major or significant, they probably meant to put substantial damage in the Porter area, with 10 patients transported to local hospitals. So yeah, significant injuries from damaging winds, and also a few of those from tornadoes today. Now, today was one of those days that really panned out what the moderate risk said. The moderate risk did indicate that, yeah, today was going to be the day that, oh, wow, we're going to have a big tornado day, possibly a significant tornado outbreak. And unfortunately, that's exactly what ended up happening with 15 tornado reports. And again, a few of those were deemed significant. Strong tornado, significant damage, including a couple of buildings that were completely destroyed, not just a little bit. So yeah, just not good news at all. And this had to happen after Christmas. Like, come on, your worst Christmas present ever with homes being destroyed. Okay. Texas was really hit hard, especially southeastern and eastern Texas. Boy, I was watching it unfolding. I'm like, man, if I had a 1 hour lunch today during my job, I would have probably pulled off a mini, like 20 or 30 minute live stream, at least to show you guys that, oh, I do care, that I do want to live stream this. But no, I had a 30-minute lunch. I barely had enough time to eat my food, actually. Goes to show you, so pretty short one. I'm in Alabama here. What about Upper Alabama? Just subscribe. Thank you for subscribing, CJ Vlogs. I do appreciate the subscription. So Northern Alabama. Let's go to Northern Alabama, right? So you're up in here. So Northern Alabama will certainly have a risk for severe winds tonight and possibly an isolated tornado. But further south you go, again, where that more unstable air mass is where you have the best potential of seeing a more higher tornado threat. I wouldn't say we'll have strong tornadoes, but certainly probably in the books of EF0s to EF1s, maybe an EF2. But man, in the short term though, again, Upper Alabama in the short term right now looking pretty good, not looking bad at all there, other than maybe some passing stratiform shower activity. But wow, look at all the tornado warnings coming in right now. We have an observed tornado now moving into Canton. This is a very intense QLCS. And yes, I want to make it very clear that there could be strong to intense tornadoes along this line. So don't think that, oh, we're not seeing supercells, just one supercell in Puckett in Mississippi. Do not get fooled, okay? Do not think that, oh, this is not going to be a big deal at all. This is just one of those QLCS lines. We could see strong tornadoes, particularly intense tornadoes with this. Yeah, northern Alabama is at a risk for tornadoes. Yes, CJ's. By the way, if you guys are new to the stream, please share this with your family and friends on social media. I do want to do these live streams a lot more, folks. Let's get this out to a lot of people. Let's show the algorithm that this is a good channel to watch from. This is good footage. I did put it in there, live cameras, because you guys like the live cameras from Raider Omega, and that's what we're providing you. No Storm Chaser cameras. I'm not paying $80 yet. All right. That will happen whenever, I get enough donations and also enough support and enough people watching, because then that means, well, the money gets put to great use, as in like paying these Storm Chasers and stuff, so we could use their live coverage. But until that happens, we will be sticking to the static cameras like this. Bionica, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Candy HR, how are you doing? Good thing I flew to Georgia earlier today. Well, you may not avoid it. There is a slight risk for severe weather tomorrow for that area. So yeah, you have an elevated risk for severe weather. But yeah, these people right here on the screen, can't click on those because those are not my cameras to pick from. But yeah, here it is. There's a shelf cloud. You can actually see the shelf cloud coming right towards the camera. It's what you're gonna be witnessing, some big time winds. But yeah, tornado warning down here too. Observed tornado warning in Kentwood, Mississippi, Mongolia. Actually, that's Kentwood, Louisiana. Mongolia in Mississippi under that observed tornado warning right now. These will be brief spin-ups, by the way. These are not like your long trackers. Like right here, probably some brief spin-ups, but when they do occur, they are quite intense and they enhance the wind damage in that given area. So Mongolia, Fernwood, Mississippi, if you're in Macomb, Mississippi, you need to be taking shelter. There will be significant wind damage. There will be a tornado, maybe a strong tornado, given the atmospheric conditions that we're seeing. And then Monticello, also in danger with a tornado headed right for you. This could be perhaps a strong, brief tornado. You can see the rapid wind shift too. Just goes to show you that this is tornadic. This is nothing to mess with. This is pretty dangerous. So please take shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building if you are under a tornado warning. A lot of fates. We have had injuries today, folks. We have had cars going flying. We have had roofs torn off. We have had people getting injured because tornadoes. So do not be a victim with a tornado. Do not, because they will. These are perhaps intense or strong tornadoes headed right towards your area. And the environment is quite favorable for that. Quite favorable. What's up, Clouded Leopard? How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. How rare is it to have a December severe weather outbreak? Pretty rare. I think the last time we had one of these was December 10th, 2021. It's 2021. It has been a while, so we don't see this very often, but when it does occur, it's usually with a very energetic jet stream and system that develops. Hey, Dawson, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Thank you, Clouded Leopard. I do appreciate it. If you guys like the stream, hit that like button, please, because I do want to do this. Actually, is that the shelf cloud? Oh my goodness, I think we're witnessing the shelf cloud already. It's coming right there. It's where those lights are. But if you guys want me to stream a lot more on these severe weather events, again, I do apologize if I was not able to make it for at least 80% of the severe weather event. My second job needs me, okay? And I'm trying to get away from that second job. I'm trying to resign but it's not very easy as you might think. So until that happens, it's going to be very fluid. It really depends on my schedule and if it works in perfect unison with what's going on. And unfortunately, today was one of those days that I had to work today, but thank goodness I was off at 3 o'clock. I could have been the opposite, where I actually work at 3 p.m. to midnight. That would have been a lot worser schedule, but at least I was able to kind of be here for at least some of it, or at least the last half of it, so you all can say that, oh, hey, David at least live streamed. He didn't forget about us. He does care, you know. I've been missed. Thanks. Yeah. Watching for Berkey, Louisiana. Let's see where Berkey is. See, Berkey. Okay, yeah, good. So the back side of that system went through. Probably getting a little bit of kind of residual lightning activity, kind of arcing across the sky. But yeah, it was rough there, boy. It was nasty. You had tornadoes to your south. It was rough. It was bad. I'm glad you're fine. Sounds like you didn't get any damage, Dawson. Fortunately. But not people to the south were not very lucky. Not so lucky at all. Yo, yeah, there's your shelf cloud right there. This is in Mississippi emergency management. And you can see right there's your shelf cloud. But it's really more apparent on this camera right here, Hinds County. You can see the scuds. Look at the scuds coming underneath that. There's your shelf cloud. This is going to get ugly. This is going to get nasty once this gets onto the camera. Hinds County. So that's right here. So we're looking at this towards the west, where all the heaviest rainfall is. And this is on its way in. It is coming in. See, what's up, CWG? Can't resign. Is your second job the mafia? No, it's not. David, you missed the Port Arthur one. There was reports of damage south of there. Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, Port Arthur sounds like that is Louisiana as well. Yeah, Port Arthur got damaged. Yeah, southern Louisiana took a beating, and it was mainly like the late morning, early afternoon time frame. What's up, Diana? How are you doing? How has your weather been? Boy, I've been so busy. I haven't been bothered. I can't even speak. I did not even bother looking at the weather models for a while. But I'll give you a testimony. There is a big weather pattern change coming, an extreme weather pattern change coming. I'm not saying just a little bit. It is going to be Willy Wonka, Willa Wama Wonka. Crazy. Lots of snow total, 10 inches. Wow, Diana. That's good. You're getting some snow. But that is probably going to end up changing here for a while as ridge back west, trough in the east. And I'm not talking just a little trough in the east. We're talking the polar vortex could visit the deep south. How about that? The deep south could be in some serious trouble. In El Campo, Texas. William, I did hear about the El Campo, Texas tornado, but I didn't dig much into it. Wait, maybe this 20. Okay, this is 26, so it's probably the 26th. Yeah, so Or maybe it was yesterday. Let's see. There was nothing in Texas yesterday, so it had to be maybe, yeah, it had to be, you're probably thinking of like Houston-ish area. You're probably thinking of Liberty, Texas. Man, quite the strong. You know, I'm curious of how many tornado reports in total. Let's see how many tornado reports have actually occurred. Wow. 1,784 tornado reports. I think that is the most tornado reports we have actually had. The most tornadoes ever, I think. Or maybe it's not. Maybe the record's like 1,800 something. Wow. And 81 strong tornadoes. That's incredible. Look at how many wind damage reports have been. 16,461. Severe hail, 5,553. That is impressive. Wow. Big, a lot of tornadoes, I'm telling you. Big Tornado Alley lives up to its lapped, you know, and including that in California. Recently had that tornado in Scotts Valley. And that was probably more than likely an EF2 tornado at least, because that was pretty strong. All right, here we go. Here comes the storm. It is coming in. It is coming on in. By the way, this is the Hinds County, Mississippi Emergency Management. Here it comes. All that lightning. That flag is about to get whopping. Yeah, cheesy weather. Yeah, it's looking pretty. Oh, here comes the rain. Oh, yeah. Look at that rain. Oh, look at the wind, too. And that is what a squall line. Let's see if that flag gets ripped off. If it does, boy, I feel bad for America. And that's a lot of rainfall. That's a lot of rain coming down. Why is the weather getting so strange? It's because the weather pattern, the jet stream, influences everything, and the polar vortex is weakening. It shouldn't be weakening. I mean, it's late December. This is about the strongest the polar vortex typically gets this time of the year. And so it shouldn't be weakening, but it is in early January. And so it's going to really spell a huge cold disaster, I should say. I'm getting 5 days of rainfall here. Lucky you, Cheesy. And you're probably going to end up getting snow eventually. We'll see about that. Depends on how much colder air is able to work its way down. Yeah, that is a lot of rainfall. We'll have to keep an eye on that camera. Look at the temperature drop, too. Temperature's really fallen. Fallen, hogging. And here's another camera aiming at the same system. But wow, look at that rain coming. That rain is dumping. Look at the visibility too. Visibility really deteriorating. Looks like it's hailing too. Maybe some hail in this. Or either that, some really big raindrops. Yeah, there could be an embedded tornado in this. Wow, that rain, though. You can take a shower out in that. Might be a rain wrap tornado. I don't think so. It's probably straight line winds. Flag is not moving as much. It's not being pulled straight out. So it looks like the wind is calming down a little bit. Not really. Right away, Bionica hand, no. That's not what's really gonna bring the colder air. It's more later. Oh wow, look at now. Definitely a different story going on in this camera. Some heavy rainfall. So it's really not until we get into the end of next week and into the following week is when the pattern really changes. In such a way that, I mean, you guys don't know what cold is. Wait, I mean, let me just show you guys. I'm going to spoil it. Spoil alert. Spoil alert. This is what you're seeing now. How about this, okay? This is what you're seeing now. This is what you might be seeing soon. So you're going from this to this. Yeah, I mean, seriously, that is serious, serious cold. And that is 60 degrees below average, those temperatures right there. This is not the latest run. I don't want to spoil it already. But I mean, good grief. That is some cold air right there. Thank you so much, William. I do appreciate it. I'm glad you really enjoy watching my live streams a lot. I know, cheesy weather, you're not ready for it. Oh, man, yeah. No one's ready for it. How about this? To make matters worse, how about those wind chills? You thought that was bad. You'll think twice. Those wind chills right there in the pink are negative 50, negative 60 Fahrenheit. How about that? Negative 50, negative 60 Fahrenheit. So yeah, you think it's a bit on the chilly side overnight. Well, this will take the cake easily. All right, Diana, that's fine. Will that cold storm move to Europe? I don't really keep an eye on Europe very much with the weather conditions there. But it looks like a big ridge will dominate Europe. Well, I'm looking at the 0Z from last night on the Euro, of course, because I don't want to spoil it yet until literally kind of towards the end of the stream. But this is going to be talked about. Oh my goodness. I am going to be talking a lot about this cold air mass for a while, because this could kill people. This air mass could, I mean, we're talking temperatures as cold as negative 50 degrees in some areas up here in Canada and the northern portion of the U.S. If this actually does pan out, this is really far out. But man, one heck of a trough, I'm telling you. Not so much for the severe weather. This is not a severe mega mind. Maybe, no, there won't be severe weather at all. Maybe a marginal at most, but wow. You can just see the cold air coming in. It's going to be more snow probably than rainfall from here. Thank you, Bionica Hand, for that. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, David. Thank you. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to all of you. How about that? So, yeah, next week is going to look really, really Actually, not next week because it's Saturday technically, the following week. So that pattern change, proposed pattern change, actually, you know what? It might get started by the end of this week. So yeah, it is the end of this week, and it really could hit the hay by the 7th and the 8th of January. That's when we could be you could be seeing some of the coldest air, probably not just for the winter season, but the coldest air perhaps on record. It's probably where it could end up being, yeah. Yeah, minus 50, clouded leopard. Yeah, you think it's cold now. These wind chill values, now this is not the latest European model. I don't want to spoil it, but I'll tell you what, some of these temperatures right here in particular, like right here, those darker pinks, that's negative 66 Fahrenheit wind chill values. Wind chill values, negative 66, negative 70 Fahrenheit. That you'll get frostbite in about a minute or so. That is something to not mess with in your day and nighttime temperatures. If you're up there, negative 30 Fahrenheit, and then it just gets, look at, this will make a lot of headlines. This is going to be making a lot of headlines. YouTubers are probably talking about it already. I'm going to probably start talking about this in a couple of days. Probably tomorrow when I make my next... Wait, what's tomorrow? Sunday? I won't have video out tomorrow because I work tomorrow evening. I close, and then Monday I will have a video out. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I have no school this week, so fingers crossed, man, I can get on to a more consistent routine. Literally, it's been a while. It really has. And I feel bad. Like, man, I haven't been uploading as often. I just want my channel back. I want it active again. I want to keep my viewers updated. What's up, Chasey Chase? How are you doing? Love you, brother. It's been a while. When I think of Texas, I think of Chase. When I think of cars, I think of Chase. Actually, yesterday, my aunt bought a new car. Well, no, not yesterday, but a few days ago, almost like a week ago, an Insight. And I was thinking, man, this is up Chase's sleeve here. Cars, you know? What's up, DJ the Broke? How are you doing? Hey, what do you think of those tornadoes? Clouded Leopard, thank you for the $10. That's in CZK. Sorry, I do not. What's a conversion of that? It's yellow, so it must be like 10 something dollars. Maybe in pesos or something. Or in euros. That's probably euro dollars right there. Something like that. Oh, gosh, that was close. All right, 15 minutes from you. That is insane. Hey, we had a tornado literally 2 hours from me. Gosh, nearly a week ago when we had that big old nasty nutty storm. A tornado literally in California. Probably an EF2 tornado. Seriously, like Scotts Valley. And guess where, and it's a coincidence, literally we were in Scotts Valley for my birthday. Literally, we were in Scotts Valley for my birthday. And we drove right where that tornado went through. So what a coincidence, that area. I mean, it's just, gosh, what's going on with our weather? Like, tornadoes happening where they shouldn't be. And that tornado, I saw some of the damage. It did not look like California tornadoes. It looked like literally the Midwest, the Deep South, like Dixie Alley. Cars flipped over. An entire building, by the way, a grocery store was damaged, actually, because of that tornado. So goes to show you that was at least probably an EF2 tornado. I'm guessing they probably didn't rate it that, but hey, I'm Californian. I live in California. I'll tell you how I rank stuff here. It was probably an EF2 tornado, easily. In my books, Also, coincidentally, All right, sorry to shift gears here really quick. The pier. Okay. You would not believe. Okay, so when I was in Santa Cruz, remember when we did our King Tide fiasco, when we did the whole King Tide project? I was out here, literally, we were out here on the pier, and believe it or not, this pier, I think it will all the way back to here. Let me actually draw on the screen. This pier and this way was all destroyed because of high surf. Lots of flooding, lots of damage to a couple of these restaurants, and a couple of infrastructure because of the surf. And King Tide combined with that. And some waves along the coast here in California did surpass 60 feet. 60 feet high, imagining how tall 60 feet is. So we had unbelievable. We had a tornado that was fairly strong, and followed literally with that, we had, before that, we had a tsunami warning because of an earthquake, and then we had the tornado, and then we had the tidal wave dam. Well, I wouldn't say a tidal wave, but like a tsunami wave of scare on the Santa Cruz Pier. Unbelievable. That's where we ate. That's where we ate. It was a Saturday. No, wait. Yeah, it was a Saturday night. We ate on that pier, and I had fish patties. I had some crab. It was great stuff. So I had calamari, good seafood, and unbelievable. Literally, if we would have been on that pier at the wrong time, it would have been a disaster. It would have really been bad. Luckily, I wasn't there at the time when it happened, but for those people that were on that pier, I'm hoping you're all right. Hopefully no injuries, because there was quite a bit of damage. Yeah, big waves around the world. Buckle up for 2025. Oh my gosh. I will tell you what right now. I don't really want to get politics into hand, but I believe we have to think positive, folks. All right, got to think positive. Let's hope that we don't have a serious tornado season, okay, that starts January. Well, it starts like whenever it wants to start, right? But flip the calendar year to January 1st, and I always tell myself, we're going to have a good year. We're not going to have any rioting. We're not going to have any tornadoes that are going to be significant. We're going to have a good year. Every year is a good year, okay? We got to think positive. Because I know some of you are like, 2025, 2024 wasn't the best. 2025 is probably going to be worse. Can't think that way, right? Let's not have a bad mindset. Let's have a good mindset. Because if you think bad, then bad things will happen. But if you think good, good things will happen. Oh, there we go. Fatality confirmed in Houston, according to DJ The Broke. So we got I kind of thought we would have fatalities with that tornado down there. I mean, that was a strong tornado that went over Franklin, Texas. Franklin County, oh my goodness. I didn't see the damage, but I imagine with cars going airborne. By the way, Chase McLean, a car was thrown, not tossed, not rolled over. It was thrown into midair because of that tornado. So, yeah. And it's December. We're not supposed to have this propaganda of tornado outbreak in December. Once in a while it will happen, but golly word, not your typical, but this does happen somewhat with La Nina. Cold neutral, weak La Nina-ish that we're in right now. This can happen, but wow, what an extreme, barren, burden, severe weather event. Yeah, the tornado from today, Chase. Yeah. If you don't believe me, let's go to the storm reports. I'll take you right to the storm reports right now, and I can tell you there was a car that was thrown. Let's go right to here, and you can see it. Let's back it out. Right here. Okay, Chambers, Texas. Right there. Chambers, Texas. Chambers County, Texas. And location was... So it was right here. So I bet you if we go to the map, you can find it. Yeah, right here. So I bet you... Okay, so this was 8 miles south. So it's probably down here in Oak Island, between Oak Island, kind of right in here. A car was thrown. Luckily, this was pretty rural, but there are some houses here, certainly some houses, that were definitely destroyed, and it kind of ripped a path right here. Probably went quite close to Monroe City, Texas. But that was the one that actually led to that car that was thrown by the tornado near Smith Point. Actually, near Smith Point. Wait. Oh, so actually it was way down here. My bad. My bad. So near Smith Point. So that must be at least... So it must have went like this, I bet you. So near Smith Point, that would make sense. Probably the next little town near to that location. So, yeah, man, that was a car being thrown. Especially if it was a big vehicle. Maybe it was a big vehicle, and if it was big, I'll tell you, that was a strong tornado for a large vehicle like that to be thrown. And again, possible injuries with that. There was a touchdown in Cyprus today. Yeah, let me see. I don't think there was a report on that. No. But yeah, now we're just seeing this fiasco of tornado warnings. I mean, we have now 9 tornado warnings. And all these right now, as far as I can tell, are radar indicated. Most of them are. There's like one. Yeah, there's like one radar confirmed. That will expire in 8 minutes. So this is becoming one of those lines that are capable producing tornadoes. And we're seeing an area right here. So this is the velocity, by the way. So brighter the colors, you can see it right here. So you're getting velocities that are doing this. They're streaming. They're screaming right through here. And this is where we might have enhanced wind damage, because the velocities are definitely stronger. It's where we have 76 mile an hour winds. And this is in Mississippi right now. So approaching Morton, Mississippi, Lena, Walnut Grove eventually. But anywhere along this line where we do get that sharp wind shift. So in other words, we're getting winds that are doing this more so. And then you're getting winds that are doing this out ahead of the front. So you're getting winds that are going like this. They're going kind of parallel to that front. And where we see this front surging eastward, we can get actually spin-ups along this line. And they're brief, but they're also intense because of the wind field that's involved. Like here's another area near Arm, Progress. That's another area of strong rotation. And then we got one near Delu in Mississippi. This is in Weathersby, Everett. There's some broader rotation. We'll see if that strengthens. But if you're in a tornado warning, please take this seriously, because that's why they're putting this like in a large line. This whole line could be tornadic, in fact. I don't think we're going to see strong tornadoes strong tornado threat still remains the existent, especially if any supercells out ahead of this are able to produce. But yeah, if you're in a tornado warning, you need to take shelter, all right? These do expire in about 51 minutes. So this is in effect for quite a while, quite some time. But I'll tell you, the good news about this severe weather event is give it another couple more, or give it tomorrow. Tomorrow's a slight risk day with a 5% for tornadoes. After tomorrow, there is no severe weather at all. There's no thunderstorms in the forecast. How about that for day 3? Day 3, no thunderstorms in the forecast. I'm sure there will be in a microscopic area on this map, maybe like a little meso area of maybe thunderstorms, but at the moment, doesn't look like anywhere at any time we'll see storms at all, which is good. And then your day 4 outlook, potential too low, potential too low, potential too low, potential too low, which means, in other words, days 4 through 8, there is no severe weather forecasted. So that is some good news in the severe weather department. Today and tomorrow is, well, the rest of today, whatever is left, and then tomorrow, and that's it. And then we're going to turn our focus into the winter wonderland again, because these storms are strong, or the cold air is coming. Hey, do you guys want to see the latest models on the cold air? Say yes or no in the chat. Because I'll tell you what right now, you do not want to see the latest models. You do not want to see the latest. Because cheesy weather is about to get fired because he's not heating the surface very well. He's doing a good job keeping temperatures up across the U.S. That's why it's above average, but sooner rather than later, that sun is not going to be worth a while. Okay, let's take a look at with what we got. So, while we're waiting for more warnings to come out. So, of course, let's look at the 12Z run. So, you all know, right, we've been in this desperate or terrible weather pattern where it's just above average, lottie, blah, blah, blah. It's just kind of boring, nothing too interesting. Other than today is a very interesting day with severe weather. Temperatures will be above average for much of the eastern U.S., except for the west. Might have a little bit of a cool down coming. And then watch what happens. Yup. It's coming. It's coming. The cold air is coming. Except on this model run, not as intense as it was on the last run, but still. I'm not looking for one individual model run. So don't think that, oh, the 12Z backed off on the colder air a lot. This is still significant. This is 30 to 50 degrees below average in some areas. This is a big, mighty cool down. In fact, California, if we get lucky, we might get in that cooler air mass, which would be good. I want winter back. I need my winter weather. I don't like it hot. It reached almost 70 degrees in my area today, and it was humid. Dew points in the low 60s. In fact, one of the most humid days in recorded history, according to my weather station that I have. And it's been running for about 7 years already. 7 years. And I've never had a day where it was so humid in late December. It's just been ridiculous here. It just doesn't feel right. Feels like summertime. And so that is what's coming. Now let's see what the GFS model shows. Yeah, look at the GFS model, folks. Oh my gosh. 51 degrees below average. 54 degrees below normal in some areas. That's gonna be nasty. That's gonna be some very cold air. So the fact that both the GFS and the Euro are picking up on this signal with some very cold Arctic air, that's a problem. That is a concern. Let's see what it shows on our ensemble forecast. Yeah, look how strong. That's a strong signal right there. That's a very prominent signal on the ensemble, especially for Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, and the Carolinas. Those are temperatures that could be as much as almost 25 degrees below average in some of these areas. So there's a pretty strong signal, very strong signal, starting perhaps as early as the end of this week, but especially by early next week, it's going to be a whole different ballgame. GEFS ensemble, let's see, also quite aggressive too with its output, showing nearly the same thing like the Euro is showing, and it keeps it cold. But not much for the West, unfortunately. So yeah, it's being picked up on the deterministic forecast and both on the ensemble forecast. And I'll show you this. Let's look at the height anomaly really quick. Yeah, that's your trough right there. That is pretty significant. And actually more significant than last night. So there has been a trend to a stronger trough in the east on the ensemble. This is kind of what it looks like, but nothing like what we had last night. Look at the difference, though. So certainly not as big or as low in heights, but still bringing that colder air down. Bring that colder air with it. As long as you have this very well-defined, established northerly flow, that's where you're going to get your colder air in. DJ the Broke, you'll probably be in the single digits. Yeah, we're going to watch this line for a while because there is definitely some areas that are potentially rotating. Oh, yeah, this one right here near Eureka, that could be a tornado on the ground, actually. That's a booking vortex right there. 97 mile an hour velocities on that. So, yeah, south of Eureka could be getting some significant damage. Yeah, maybe the teens at night in, well, actually, no, wait, you're in Houston. My bad. Sorry. So Houston, Texas could get some serious cold weather. I would say probably the coldest it will get is the upper teens, mid-teens at night for your area, but still, I mean, keep in mind, brother, keep in mind, even so that, oh, it's 25 degrees or so, or 28 degrees Friday late morning, early afternoon on January the 10th. Those temperatures for your area are in the 30 degree below average range. So that is pretty significant. Remember, you are along the Gulf Coast, so seeing temperatures that cold is pretty significant. That is, I mean, this has the hallmarks of causing problems. I mean, even looking over the Gulf Coast, over to the northern Gulf of Mexico, that is an awfully cold air mass. But it was colder. Look at this. It was colder before. Hey, look at that. There's actually snow. Look at, there's actually this is the 0Z last night. There's actually snow over the northern Gulf of Mexico. It's snowing over the northern Gulf. Can you believe that? And look at it snowing over the northwestern far Atlantic along the eastern seaboard offshore. That actually happens. That's a very cold air mass. That is brutal. I'm telling you right now, that is brutal. Yeah, that's a Fantasyland cheesy weather. Yeah, I don't believe it. I'm looking at trends over anything. People are probably posting this on Twitter and saying, oh, it's still showing it. It's still showing it. The ensembles win over anything. So our ensembles are showing that pattern recognition, are showing that cool down, Probably could be a brief one, and a fast, well, kind of a week-long duration Arctic outbreak, followed by maybe by the return of warmer weather. But we'll see. The pattern, you know how it can go sometimes. Elevator tours by rain maze. I have no snow here, David. What's the point? Yeah, you have no snow now, but that can change. Come on. I mean, we're a week into winter. Winter started last week on Saturday, so we are 8 days into winter. We're still not even quite in the new year yet, so we have a long way to go. We have a long way to go. I promise. Snow lovers will get their wish. Texas, more likely than not, because you're pretty far south. All right, we have some strengthening rotation in Heater, White Oak in Mississippi right now. That's southeast of Puckett, Mississippi. That's where we have that couplet. That's where we have winds rushing in behind. So that's where we have this flow doing this, coming in out of the northwest, and then you have your flow kind of doing that. So we are seeing some rotation, a rotating storm. No, we don't have 3 or 4. It's 3 months, Cheesy. Each season lasts for about 3 months. What's up, Brian Francis? How are you doing? Yes, I'm still around, and you're probably like mad because it's uppercase. Like, oh gosh, this guy is still around. I'm gonna be around on YouTube for a long time, so. I don't know how a couple of you still hate me. Come on, like seriously. No, this is not the guy, Brian. No, 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 no. It's not. By the way, if you are enjoying the live coverage of the severe weather event, please do not forget to slap that like button. Turn on all notifications so you get all my updates when I do updates. Boy, if I can get them out every day. And also, be sure to share this stream with your family and friends on social media. My New Year's resolution for this 2025 year will be to upload every day. Well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that, to upload every day. I'm loving the coverage, to be honest. Okay, Brian. Glad you're loving it at least, right? But yeah, I'm not that person from Grandma's Boy. No. That's probably another YouTube channel that probably has this similar facial look than that I have. But no, I'm a completely different person. But yeah, this is the next camera that's going to get struck by heavy rainfall in this line. I wonder what tower that is out there, right? Or maybe that's a radio antenna. Not the one with the flashing lights, but like the one in front. This tower, I wonder what that actually is. Looks like a radio antenna tower, something like that. I don't remember, no. I don't, honestly, if you guys ask me, like, actors and stuff, I don't even know any actors. I don't watch TV. I don't watch movies. I'm not a movie TV person, really. I'm not. Because my family decides to get rid of DirecTV. I liked DirecTV. And now they have Hulu, and I don't even know how to navigate the stinking thing. New Tornado Watch coming soon. They'll probably have Tornado Watches out all night. I guarantee it. It's the continuation threat. It's a movie. Oh. You know what movie really disturbs me? Have any of you in the chat, have you guys ever watched the movie? I have not, but this, I don't think it's in theaters anymore. I encourage you all and your kids, do not watch this movie. Do not. Because it was brought to my attention when I was in Sunday school by our pastor. Like, he said, don't have your kids watch this movie. Have you guys ever heard of the movie Dear Santa? Have you guys ever heard of that movie, Dear Santa? Hey, this went out of night vision finally. All right. So if you have watched the movie, you get the story, right? Based on what I was told, it is a very bad movie for children to watch because basically the boy gets treated as dear Satan, okay? And I'm not going to get into religious on this, but I'll tell you what. It just, don't have your kids watch the movie. I'm sorry. I don't know. I got told I don't even want to watch it. No, I'm not scared of movies. I don't mind rated PG-13 or rated R movies. It just depends on what it is. But I will not go watch that movie. There's no way. That movie is ugly. It is scary. It is horrifying. Yeah. Seriously. Again, it is Dear Santa. It's basically the opposite of what Santa actually means. And it's basically telling children that this is what Santa really is. And it's Dear Satan. Like, seriously. It's like, ugh. Yeah. I don't really understand that movie, Cheesy Weather. Again, I'm not really a big movie person. I like watching more comedy, more anime stuff, like more of the, how would you say it? Things that I could kind of comprehend, movies that I could understand the story a little bit better. Oh, good, Dawson. Yeah. If you look it up, hey, Google Dear Santa. I could actually kind of Google it really quickly. It's a very disturbing movie. It is freaking so disturbing. This is it right here. So if we actually go over. So basically it's a Christmas dark fantasy comedy film directed by Bobby and written by Ricky Blitt and Jack Black, the Peter, and then okay, so to hope things to get better, Liam writes his Christmas wish list. You know how people have their wish list and mails it out, but unfortunately, it accidentally misspells Santa as Satan. Okay, that right there. Okay, yes, children misspell words, but to turn that into that is sickening. That literally. I'm sorry, I'm going to call out this. I'm going to call out this movie. Santa receives a letter and appears The very next night in Liam's room, though confused by his visitor's appearance and manners, Liam still believes he is Santa. Satan decides to play along and offers to grant Liam 3 wishes. Liam offhandedly wishes that it's just bad. It's just, ooh, yeah. I cannot stand that. I just can't. Just because a child misspells a word, that's the thing that hurts. That's the thing that really disturbs me. Like, we misspell words all the time, but to turn that into something more darker, it's like the Grinch that stole Christmas on steroids. It really is. The fact that Jack Black, the son of Mr. Black, kind of a little nursery rhyme there, yeah. It's just how it's plotted out. Like, I mean, I could spell Christ mess. That's what Christmas stands for, right? Christ miss. And I could misspell one of the letters, and it could end up being something darker, right? That's kind of what my point is here. It's just it's being flipped. It's just they're twisting the word, yeah. It's just I understand how creative movies can be, though. I get that, but to make something really dark and to tell children to go watch it, I mean, Christmas is all about, in my terms, Christmas is, I don't want to get the religion into this. I don't want to be like other YouTubers out there, but Christmas is all about the Lord and Jesus Christ was born that day. Okay, baby Jesus. That's the best gift ever, honestly. But like, to turn Christmas into darkness, ugh, that is just, if someone came and told me that in front of my face, I'd literally punch them in the face. I don't care what. Like, seriously. There are some things that disturb me, but that really disturbs me. That sets me off right there. When I heard that was said, like, because I go to Sunday school and they were saying that, and everyone said, how awful would someone create a movie like that? Just how awful. It really is like the Grinch Stole Christmas. Like, you're turning a funny, happy, cool, good movie into something that's dark and evil. I mean, just ridiculous. Ugh. And the Polar Express is also good. I like the Polar Express, but even parts of the movie, it's a good movie, but I like the Elf movie. The Elf movie is the good. I love it because it really kind of talks about Santa Claus. Honestly, I don't believe in Santa, but like, I'm more neutral in that point. I like the term Santa Claus because it goes well with Christmas, candy canes, this and that, Noel, holly, jolly, kind of thing. It's very festive. But you know what the best Christmas present is? Christmas is about not just presents. In my belief, it's not about it's not about presents. It's not about that. It's all about Him. He was born. That's the best Christmas present ever, in my opinion. In fact, Christmas is the biggest holiday of the entire year. Until you hear me say 6 check stands where I work were open and lines all the way back to the meat department. Yeah, then you would say, oh wow, really? Yeah, that's a big holiday. Amen, Dawson. I agree. So yeah, we're tracking the tornadoes. Okay, now sorry about if I went a little I went on a tangent, kind of Christmas pageant. I like the Christmas pageant. That's a good movie. Now that one's a good one. I highly recommend watching that one. But yeah, we're talking about severe weather, and this is literally the worst Christmas present ever, to have tornadoes happening after Christmas. And we're looking, this is looking northward. And this is Choctaw Emergency Management. And it is about to get clobbered by this heavy rainfall. And again, we have these tornado warnings. So again, a tornado warning means severe thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes are possible, okay, or are likely at this point, because it's a tornado warning. That means it's occurring. You need to get to the lowest floor of a sturdy building, because some of these storms could be capable of producing some really, really intense rainfall rates. Thank you so much, DJ the Broke. Amen on that one. But again, I just, as kind of like father-son talk, do not take your children to watch that movie. I swear, if you do, I will literally give you the hammer and I'm going to bang it on your head. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to literally do that, but just don't. Just don't. I mean. So now that it's deep in my mind, it's right in front, so. And this guy takes forever to work on this weather simulation. Jeez Louise. I'm hoping he updates that soon. He said around Christmas time he would update that 2D weather simulator to actually have realistic supercells, pressure systems, and albedo effects. He hasn't done that yet, so I'm hoping. What are my thoughts about the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season? That speaks for the question, right? 2025 Atlantic. Let's see if we got any preliminary outputs. TSR does predict 15 named storms, so that is an above average season. Near average hurricanes and average major hurricanes. So more so likely, actually, could be an average season based on the typhoon or tropical cyclone risk. Of course, it's only December. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. Give it another 2 months and we will start looking at this again. But right now, it looks like it's going to be an average season based on the fact that La Nina really hasn't developed significantly as what models thought before. We still have this bit of a cool tongue, but already starting to see that wane out here in the Eastern Pacific. You could even see it. We had all this cool water, and now it looks like it's slowly beginning to warm. So that might be the indicator there of that La Nina beginning to fade away gradually. It's a gradual process. One thing that has really cooled off is the Pacific. Other than down here near Hawaii, it's been really warmer than average, but really have lost a lot of the significance of that warm sea surface temperature above average in the northwestern Pacific, thanks to a very active Aleutian low recently. Yeah, Daniel Green, they're going to promote it because it's a movie and that's how they make money. They're going to advertise it. But you got to take my word, folks. I'm not saying that just so you don't watch a movie, just so you can save money, and I'm the best person out there because you're saving money. But literally, read it up, how many Rotten Tomatoes it has, and just look at like on Wikipedia. Type in Wikipedia, or not on Wikipedia, but search it up on Google, the movie Dear Santa, and then you can read all about it. You can watch previews on it too. What in the heck is going on? Oh, those are cars coming. That's a reflection. I thought those were like mysterious lights going on in the sky when those cars came. But that's a reflection off the camera. Oh, really, Daniel Green? Wow. Wow. That is bull crap. Wow. Oh, now you're kidding. Okay. That was not that. Oh, you're kidding about the drones. Okay. Yeah, the camera can do some weird optical effects. So yeah, there's your tornado warnings that are in progress right now. And we have 9 of them that are still in effect. Did they really extend? Did they really extend the PDS tornado warning? Really? Interesting. For 3 hours. For another 3 hours. Oh, yeah. I heard about that. Yeah, New Jersey and getting a lot of drone sightings. Boy, once I talked about that movie, a lot of people tuned away. So I'm sorry if I pushed you guys away from watching this live stream. That was not intended. That was not intended at all. But it was just a depromotion, basically, to that other, for the person that created that movie that, don't watch it. I got thunderstorms tomorrow, or I will get thunderstorms tomorrow. Yeah, there's that possibility that you do get thunderstorms as that system moves off to the northeast. Yeah, tomorrow night looks like it's going to swing over your area. Really warm there, I'll tell you though. Quite the warm weather, just like it is where I live. But that cooler air will be moving in. And it looks like Sunday is going to be really warm for the eastern seaboard. Probably in the low 70s. Low 70s. With dew points in the upper 50s. I'll tell you, it feels like the Midwest here right now. I'm telling you, it's really warm. It's not warm, but it's mild. It's just very weird feeling. It really is. Yeah, it is getting kind of late, Bionica hand. It is kind of getting late. And that means I'm going to head out for dinner here soon. These tornado warnings are another hour long. Geez, 1 hour, 1 minute. So it's more likely just this along this line. That's where the storms are really strong. And that's why they're issuing that. I'll be in New Jersey tomorrow. Oh, nice. Sounds like that's going to be a lot of fun. What are you going to be doing in New Jersey? Probably storm chasing, huh? But yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, we are watching any warnings that come up that do become tornado warned. And that's what we have. Radar indicated. Just about all of these are radar indicated. Yeah, every one of these are radar indicated right now. So literally 3 of them will expire here in about 15 minutes. So we'll just be watching this to see what ends up happening. But yeah, if you're in a tornado warning, please take shelter. Newton, Hickory, Chunky, Decatur, in Mississippi, Meridian, Mississippi. You're going to be impacted by this within the next couple of hours or so as this moves off to the east. Send some cold air to South Florida. Oh, I'm sending it. Give it probably another 5 or so days and it's going to be in your backyard. But I'll tell you, it could get a lot more significant. Let's just say this. If the 0Z panned out, this is this is Florida for you right here as far as the Arctic temperatures go. If the 0Z European model came true, look how cold North Florida is. Yeah, almost in the single digits in the morning hours. That would be really ironic. I mean, Central Florida being colder than California during the day. Man. Can't wait to see you play Outbreak. You know, to be honest, I have not played that game since I first played it that one time on the live stream. I have not actually been into that game. Probably just because of the time of the year. I mean, I'm not really into severe weather right now. I am into it because we have this going on, but like the game itself, probably once we get into like say April and May, I'll be into it briefly. And maybe I will stream a couple of times. We're almost at 100 likes. Thank you all for liking the stream. If you haven't liked it right now, be sure to do that. I heard that Florida might get snow. Well, cheesy weather, too far out. We're not putting any bets on it right now. There's probably not going to be any snow for the time being. Definitely not, because all the moisture would wrap up. But there is a snowstorm that could develop by the end of next week or the end of this upcoming week. That could be an organized one. That could be a big snow master right there. That could bring probably about a couple of feet of snow in some areas. And boy, that lake effect snow. That lake effect snow. I'll say it again. Lake effect snow in New York, if the Euro comes to be true, that's like 70 inches of lake effect snow in a 2-week period. And quite similar to the last model. So, yeah, this would be a big deal. And of course, the European model is not as high resolution. So this could be 10 times more than what the model actually shows. So yeah, get your shovels ready. Because you're about to get onto a lake effect snow roll. How about that? And maybe something from a system like this. Pretty organized. Very organized. Quite dynamic. So yeah, you guys asked for it. Here it comes. Here comes winter. Any ice for you? I don't think so. Cheesy weather. Well, you're in Maryland, right? Oh, wait, no, you're in... Yeah, you're in Maryland. So, very far out. Okay, now, let's do a little weather lesson, okay? You're going to see things like this on the model that, oh my goodness, I'm in the ice. This is that freezing rain that I might be getting. Oh my goodness. But look how far it out is. 210 hours. You could only forecast freezing rain nearly 48 hours out. Or perhaps not even that. 24 hours out or 36 hours out. So, I do not see anything big yet. One thing at a time. Let's see what the system does once it gets into California, and then once it gets into the Midwest, we'll go from there. But right now, the pattern is changing. We're seeing signals. So we have to look at symptoms, the pattern change that's coming. What could that pattern change lead to? Well, colder air, but might see some snowstorms. We're not focusing on any individual storm yet. We're looking at the recognition, the pattern change that's coming, okay? That could favor those storms. But yeah, definitely a flipperoo, at least for people that have been wanting the cold weather for a while, that has been really persistent. You're about to get a taste of your own money. But yeah, these storms are now approaching Dictator already. And the Choctaw camera is about to get it. You're about to get swacked in that heavy rain. By the way, if you haven't liked the stream yet, please do so. We're 2 likes away from hitting 100. Oop, there it is. I see your shelf cloud. I see it. I see you. You're coming. You're going to hit the Choctaw camera here soon. Yeah, I was thinking that too. This could have very well been a high risk. Yep, there it is. You can see the solid, that strip of bright when the lightning illuminates. That's the curtain of heavy rainfall that's coming. Choctaw, Mississippi. Ooh, that was a good lightning flash. It could have been a high risk, but I think the amount of coverage probably did not allow that to happen. But wow, if it was a high risk event for December, that would have been probably, doesn't happen very often. Maybe once every 25 or 50 years, you'll see something like that. But there it comes. You can see it. Ooh, was that a power flash? It looked like a power flash right there. Ooh, yeah, that's coming in fast. Look at it. It is coming in fast. Whoa, is that... Something's hanging low down over there. Oh, I thought that was a tornado at first. Boy, it looked like something was low hanging. But yeah. It's coming. You can see the rain coming in. Third camera that we're, or fourth camera we're seeing this from. "2010 was a bad winter for me." Oh yeah, that was a nasty winter. Oh, it's coming. Here it is. Yep, starting. Thing is racing on in. Here comes the wind. Cars don't seem to care about it, though. They don't seem to care. Yep, here is the wind. That wind's picking up. Wow, look at the curtain of rain coming in. Here it is. Here it comes. There it is. It's coming. Wow. Rain really came in. Certainly some heavy rainfall. Wow. Don't think anybody's watching. Sorry. But yeah, that is that storm. It's already in Pearl River. Pearl River getting hit hard now. Yeah, there is the rain. Look at that rain coming in. And the wind. Oh my goodness. Can't even see. You can barely see the roadway now. Rain is really dumping. That rain is dumping. It's getting heavier too. Wow. That's raining. It is raining good. Yeah, there's not much rotation at all left on this storm. See what they do with the other tornado warnings up here. Yeah, see? It's just surging out. There is some stronger rotation near Knox Pater. Hey, we reached 100 likes. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Christopher, right? I know, right? No drones flying in that. And if they do, they'll get struck down from the sky because of the lightning. And this whole time I have not looped the radar at all, so we better do that. So, this is how it has evolved. Oh, why is it not playing? There we go. See how fast that's moving? So it is moving right towards Demopolis. Meridian, Livingston in Mississippi, actually going into Alabama, Livingston, Alabama. You do have some storms starting to pop up out ahead of this. Looks like the chances of supercells, though, have decreased, and this is more like a linear event. What's Bama Online? How are you doing? What's up, Joseph? So my feeling about the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, look at sea surface temperatures. This is not a forecast. This is just my thoughts. I'll have to work on that forecast in a few months. But right now, it definitely looks like the Atlantic does remain warmer than average, but not as bad as it was last year. Remember how warm the Atlantic was last year, right, folks? This was actually, you know what? Let's go all the way. Yeah. This is what it looked like last year in the Atlantic around the 27th to 28th of December. And this is what it looks like now. It looks definitely a lot cooler, but still above average. Looks like the polar regions have seen some cooler sea surface temperatures. Those water temperatures have cooled down dramatically, and with this Arctic air coming in can make things a little bit more interesting. So in my opinion, I think a near normal season looks more likely than not at this time. But not as warm in the Atlantic now as it was last year, though. So that's the good news. But, yeah. Calhoun City getting hit good with rainfall in northern Mississippi. All of this up here is just steady rain. Virginia usually gets snow storms in February and early March. Yeah, Daniel Green. That's good. Again, that will still happen, yeah. You're very welcome, Joseph. You think it's going to be slightly above average? That's now these are not official. These are not my official hurricane numbers for the 2025 season. This is just what I'm thinking in the early stages. Anywhere between 10 to 15 named storms is what I'm going with. With an average of about 13.5 named storms. Just because of the waters. Remember, we have to get through the winter right now. These water temperatures are still cooling off. And where those anomalies will stand in, say, late spring will be a determination factor. Okay, so there's really no say yet exactly how it'll end up. Wow, that rain really settled down now. Oh, so what am I predicting for the major? So I'm predicting 3 to 7 hurricanes and 1 to 2 major hurricanes. It's La Nina, Joseph, not El Nina. La, L-A, Nina. And then El Nino. You got L correctly, but last one it's Nino, not Nina. Nino. All right. So I think I'm going to head off cuz this is just like a straight line wind event. I don't think we have had, let me see if we had any storm reports. Let's see what those are looking like. Yeah, we have not gotten a lot of wind damage reports yet in the last hour. Other than one imping report of trees being uprooted and snapped, roof blown off. That's about all we're seeing in the last hour. So, yeah, we're not seeing anything at all in the way of wind damage. All right. What's up, Jesse Strong? How are you doing? Is there going to be freezing temperatures in January of 2025? What I'll say is this. Stay tuned for Monday's weather forecast. Then I'll let you know. I don't want to spoil it. Actually, you know what? The forecast can change in a couple of days, so why not? Let's look at that right now. So this is what it's looking like for early January. This cooler air coming in. And yeah, your apparent air temperatures looking pretty ferocious, but boy, compare that to last night. Last night was more of a concerning model run with its apparent air temperature forecast. This one a lot different, but still on the chilly side for sure. I'm curious of what it looks like across the northern hemisphere, though. No tornadoes in Canada, Robert. No. Not this time of the year for sure. Not this time of the year. So you're tired of the cold temperatures already, Daniel? Oh man, you have not seen cold yet then. Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, definitely a hook there, but I don't think it's going to produce? But yeah, I think I'm going to head off for the night. But yeah, we will be talking a lot more about this Arctic air, certainly in my next video. To be honest, folks, I am tired. I've been up since 5 this morning, 5 o'clock this morning, so I am exhausted. It's probably one of the reasons why I'm ending this a little earlier. But I will be back in a day or so, not tomorrow, but we'll be back on Monday. For sure on Monday. Tuesday looks good. Wednesday, questionable. Thursday, Friday. I think Friday we're fine too, right? Friday looks good. And Saturday, probably nothing. But I will definitely be uploading a lot more. Hopefully, once we begin the new year. As always, I do appreciate you all tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And also make sure you enable all notifications on this YouTube channel. I encourage you all to please hit the bell notification icon and also subscribe to the channel. Because without your without notifications, you will not get any of my updates, all right? Make sure you go down there and hit all notifications. Not some, but all notifications. As always, have a great rest of your night on this Saturday, on the 28th day of December, 2024. Make Saturday a great, awesome day. I'll be back with you more on Monday. Peace out, folks.